What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the OBR YouTube channel. In this week's video, we are going to be doing the top stocks to watch for the second week of July. In specific, July 5th is going to be the start of our week. We have off July 4th for the 4th of July, and that is when we are filming this. So if you are in America and you are celebrating, happy 4th of July, and if you're not, then happy Monday. Regardless, in this video, we are going to get into the top economic data that we need to be aware of going into this upcoming week, and there is absolutely some that we need to be aware of. We're also going to go over the earnings in the S&P 500, which there is not a lot of, but we're still going to go over it regardless. And we're going to go over our technical analysis setups and where we think our top stocks are going to be moving. So without any further delay, let's get right into this week's episode. This week, we do not have a lot of news. Until about Wednesday, when we do have our JOLTS jobs opening at 10 a.m. and our FOMC meeting minutes is 2. Again, this is an Eastern Standard Time. Thursday, 8:15, we have ADP non-farm employment change, and Friday we have NFP and unemployment rate coming out at 8:30. So in terms of news during market hours, the only day you really need to worry about is Wednesday at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. EST. Besides that, you are all in the clear, and it's going to be exciting to see what our NFP numbers come out at this week and what they have to say for FOMC meeting minutes. We do have our CPI data coming up in just about 2 weeks, and it'll be good to see that data as well. FOMC meeting minutes will give us a little bit of an insight into that. But as you can see on screen right now is our earnings in the S&P 500 for this upcoming week. Heading over to our charts, undeniably, we did bounce off of our price target on SPY. Our price target at 363 was respected very, very nicely, and we've since then bounced. To me, this appears to be, as we normally do cover on this channel, an Elliott wave framework, an Elliott wave corrective move. So a 3-wave counter trend move. I'm expecting SPY, QQQ, a lot of things to be bullish in this upcoming week to complete this corrective move. For this corrective move to be complete, I'm looking for either a move back up to about 393, perhaps less, but on the extreme end all the way up to 400, retesting this gap fill that we had here, and then a continuation to the downside. Again, perhaps I'm incorrect. Maybe this is, instead of an ABC corrective move, perhaps this was wave 1, this is wave 2, and the start of this next week, we're about to go down and make new lows for wave 3. That's, of course, possible as well. So we'll have to see how the open comes along. To me, we did break out of some wedge here on Friday. It does appear to be more bullish, so I'm going to be more bullish in at least the beginning of this week on SPY again and QQQ, which we'll go over in just a second. Technically, besides for those two possibilities, there's not too much to look at. We do have a potential really ugly looking head and shoulders right here. If we do break this neckline, that'll be good confluence for us to come lower. But then again, we did break out of this wedge and are moving higher since Friday's close. So we'll keep an eye out. Very strong resistance at 390. Keep an eye out for that level. Looking at Apple, Apple does look more bullish. It does look, it appears to be more so in that second scenario that we were talking about, waves 1, wave 2, wave 3, to take us lower. I am still looking for 126 on Apple, and if we break this support line, then I will say that it is much more likely that we will be heading lower. So keep an eye out for the support line. If we make a move beneath 137, that will give us a lot of confidence in moving lower. So keep a very close eye out on 137. If we do get above 140, then that will give us confidence that we are indeed in an ABC corrective move. Again, very similar situation to SPY. I'm looking for a move back up to 144 if we do decide to break above 140. QQQ, again, looking very, very similar to SPY, just like Apple is. We did break out of this wedge on Friday at around the close after we had this head and shoulders play out here. So again, we're going to be looking at the same situations as SPY and Apple. Looking for a break of this, so 278 just about for us to move lower. And if we do break above, 283, 284, then a move back up to 288 is very easy, and all the way back up to 295 is definitely possible. Again, if we break above that level. 284. Tesla is looking more bearish than anything right now, and does look to be looking to make its last final push down to the $600 range. Again, should our indices allow it to do so. What I'll be keeping an eye out really is a break beneath 660. If we get below 660 in this upcoming week, I will be very, very bearish on Tesla and looking for 600 to be met in the next couple of days. That being said, if we break above this consolidation period we've been having here at 691 just about, then I will be transferring very bullish and looking for us to make a move back into this range that we just broke out of here, perhaps back to the middle, 715, or even back up to the high at 740. Exxon, and you'll notice Chevron as well, are very, very bullish looking into this upcoming week, bouncing off of the support line. If we break this support line and give up about, maybe beneath this low at $84 on Exxon, that will look very bearish, and we can anticipate that the oil rally is indeed over and will be becoming lower. If we do continue to keep this rally up off of this support line, then I'm expecting Exxon to make a decent move higher above our local high at $93. Perhaps back up to $98 or even $100. And that's going to overlay us into what we're looking at on oil. So WTI, we've been talking about oil very, very often recently, and it has a very similar chart to Exxon. We've been riding the support line. If we get a break beneath the support line, really beneath the $100 level, that will be very, very bearish, but it does appear that we are moving higher off of this. So in the short term, I will be bullish again until we break that support line, if we even do. If we get above 113, then I will assume that our bullish oil rally is indeed still in play, and we are actually still viable to make new highs, local highs on oil. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about $200 oil. We'll have to see. I'm not sure how realistic that is, but it can't be ruled out just about yet. And continuing with our oil idea, Oxy, we've been talking about a lot. We were bullish on it last week. My bullish thesis is going to continue to overlay into this week. If we get above the $63 range, that will be very, very bullish. If we get above $63, I will be getting calls looking for new highs on Oxy, if not just a retest of prior highs at $74. Going into our smacked stock of last week, AMD has been really taking no relief whatsoever. So I'm looking for our extended price target to be hit on AMD at $60. That is our extended price target for our higher time frame head and shoulders right here. And, is definitely a very large drop, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. $60, again, is going to be the range I'm looking for moving into the, this next week and perhaps the week ahead. But, right now we are forming a low base pattern, which means we are most likely going to break out and move lower. Of course, a relief bounce is possible considering how oversold we are, but even if we bounce back up to $80, my thesis of us coming back down to $60 is definitely still in play. American Airlines does look very, very bullish, as alongside SPY and Apple and all those other things we already went over. If we do get a break beneath this local low at 1230, that will be bearish. But if we do decide to continue to try to make a move higher, fill this gap at 1350, that will be very bullish. And it does appear to me that we are in a ABC corrective move and can take us higher. Maybe fill this gap up here at 1470 and even potentially higher up here to 1550. Keeping an eye out bullish on AAL. And Chevron has a very interesting megaphone pattern on the 4-hour chart that we've been bouncing off of. We just recently got a 4-hour bullish MACD cross. I am bullish on Chevron. I think we can make a very favorable move off of these lows back to our VWAP ladder here that we have around the 163 mark. So keeping an eye out on Chevron in this upcoming week for calls, looking for opportunities to go long. We did break out of some resistance right here. Chevron looks very, very good to continue higher. And so does NIO. Recently, Chinese stocks have been doing very, very well, and NIO has been, performing alongside them, as you can see from this little rally that we had. Briefly had a corrective move, came back down, retested this prior high here, just about, if we were going to draw a zone, and have since then been making higher lows. So since our higher lows have been being formed, if we get a break above this resistance, preferably above 2230, I'll be very, very bullish on NIO, looking for new highs, local highs, that is. But NIO does look very, very good to continue higher. Should we get a move above 2230. All right, everybody, I'm going to go enjoy my 4th of July. I hope you did the same. I know this video will be coming out a little bit later tonight after everybody's 4th of July is wrapping up. But I really hope you pulled some value out of this video and can take some insights into this upcoming week. As always, that is the goal. That is what we were trying to help you guys with. If it did help you in any way, please leave a like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it, and we greatly appreciate you. So, as always, happy trading, and I will see you in the next video.